Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi for our lecturer Muhammad Adil bin Moti. My name is Muhammad Hariz bin ZAHRULLAIL and my metric number is 01DDT1F1029. So today I will present about this Pbt presentation. So for the first thing is we have to log in into your Google account AWS, and then for the first step we have to create my VPC1. So we have to go to the VPC bar at the top of the page and then click VPC, which is in the red rectangle here. And then at the left side of panel, click your VPC, which is this rectangle. After that, it will navigate you to create a VPC box at the top of a right page. And then we have to fill the blank that required based on the information given, which is my VPC1. And then click the create VPC at the bottom right. And then your my VPC1 is successfully created. For the step number 2, we have to create subnet for my VPC1. So the step is we have to click subnet option under virtual private cloud, then create the subnet button, and then it will navigate to you for you to go to this page. At this page, select my VPC1 that already created before, which is this my VPC1, and then to setting the subnet, scroll down the page, then fill the blank for the subnet information given. So this is information for my VPC public. And then click create subnet button. So for the output, the my VPC public subnet is successfully created. And for the my VPC1 private, repeat the same step to configure it subnet, then click a create subnet button. This is information for the my VPC1 private. So after that, create the create button subnet, and then for the my VPC1 private subnet successfully created here. And then let's go for the step number 3. We have to create the internet gateway, which is we have to go to this sidebar and then click the internet gateway here, and then click the create internet gateway button, and then as usually fill the blank that required from the information given. After done, click create internet gateway button at the top bottom of page. Then the internet gateway for my VPC1 successfully created. After that, click attach to a VPC button to attach the IAG internet gateway to my VPC that has been created, which is this. And then select my VPC1 that already created before to link it. Click attach internet gateway button to confirm. Then for the output, the internet gateway successfully attached to my VPC1 here. And then for the step number 4, we have to create a security group, which is we have to look at the side panel here, and then we just click it security group, and then we click create a security group button at top of page. Fill the associated information required based on information given, which is my VPC1 web SG first, and then select your my VPC. After that, edit the inbound rules for this security group based on information given. This is a inbound rules for the web SG, and then click a create security group button for confirm. Then my VPC web SG is successfully created. For the next step, repeat the same step as above to create my VPC NAT SG security group. And then this is inbound rule for the my VPC 1 NAT SG. Then click create security group button for confirm. And then for sure, my VPC 1 NAT SG successfully created. And then for the next security group for the DBSG. Repeat the same step as above to create my VPC1 DBSG. And then this is for information for DBSG. And then we have to edit the inbound rule for show as a information like this. And then click the create security group button for show. And then for the next step, we have to set up the network SSH, which is NACL. For your information, we have to use the default NACL. Edit the name for NACL to my VPC NACL that has attached to my VPC1. This is. And then edit the inbound rule for my VPC1 NACL based on information given. And then click save change button. And this is for information for the my VPC NACL configuration. And then for the step number 5, setting the route table. So the step is go to the route table and edit name to my VPC RT1 for default route table that have attached to my VPC1. So this route table for the RT1, don't bother anything. Just change the name to my VPC1 RT1. And then we have to create another route table by manually and name it as my VPC1 RT2 by click create route table button here. And then fill the required information for my VPC RT2, and after that click create route table for sure. And then for the my VPC route table 2 is successfully created, same as like this page. And then we have go to the next step, which is step 7, assign internet gateway under my VPC RT1. So for the step is go to the routes and click edit route. This route bar, and then you have to click it and click edit route here. And then add a route, click add route. This is button, and then assign the existing internet gateway my VPC IGW. And then you have to choose this internet gateway, and then select my VPC1 internet gateway, then click save change. After you confirm your internet gateway have attached, click a save change, this button here. And then for sure successfully assign internet gateway for route table for my VPC RT1. So this is page as a successfully created for my internet gateway to my VPC RT1. So for the next step is step 8, assign subnet my VPC private to route table under my VPC RT2. So the step is go to the route table and then click my VPC RT2, navigate to subnet association and click edit subnet association. As you see, this is subnet association. After that, click the edit subnet association button to select my VPC private. This is to assign under the RT2, and then click the save association button here. After successfully update your my VPC RT2, for the next step, we have to create EC2 instance. For sure, go to the EC2 page, then click instant running at resources. So this is a page for the EC2 or dashboard. And then click this instant running. Click the launch button at the top right page, and then fill the information based on information for my VPC web instance. And then insert the association setting for the network setting based on information given, then click launch instead. So this is the network setting for my VPC that have a public, and then security group for the public net web SG also. So for the next, instead repeat the same step as above to set up my VPC net and my VPC DB based on information given. And next, for the net instance, setting your my VPC net application and OS image. So for that step, we have to click browse more AMIs. This is for NAT instance. And then we have to click community, means by bracket 245, and then type NAT for find the first one and click select. After you search this at this search bar, click at the top of provider here, which is this. Just click it, and then you can launch it as usually. And then for sure, 3 instances successfully created, as you see like this page. And then for the step 10, assign default route for NAT instance under my VPC route table 2, which is we have to go to the VPC and then navigate to the route table panel, and then we have to scroll down at the page, then click edit route here. After that, click add route here, and then navigate to the default route, click instant, and then select the my VPC nets before. This is refer to the net instance that we have created. Then click save change button, and then you have successfully update for route table. And then for the step 11, we have to create a hosted zone. So for the hosted zone, we have to go to the route 53 page. This is at this bar here, and then click create hosted zone button, which is this already appear on this route 53 dashboard. Just click create hosted button, and then for the next, click again create hosted button on this page. Then insert the domain name that will be used as DNS. So this is my domain name, Hariz.site, and then we just use this domain, and then scroll down the page, make sure your setting as this shown here, and then after that click create hosted zone button, this. And then for the next step, we have to create for CNAME. After successfully create hosted zone, click create record button, and then insert the subdomain, which is www, then insert the public IP for my VPC web in value. So this is a IP public for my VPC web instance. And then we have also to change it to the CNAME as a record type. And then for subdomain, we just assign www. And then after that, click create record button here, which is at the right bottom of page. And for sure, make sure your TTR record is 60 seconds. After that, to verify the record that I have created, click back the hosted zone here, and then you can see your record be shown like this. And then to propagate your DNS, we have to sign in into your website that have your by the domain name, assign the NS, which is the server from the hosted zone from the AWS into custom DNS in the Namecheap website to propagate the name server. So from this AWS, we have to take the NS information and then put it into the custom DNS, which is we use the AWS information to propagate from our Namecheap website. And then after you fill the information like this, click right button here, and then the Namecheap website will provide you the information, which is DNS server update may take up to 48 hours to take effect. So you just wait patiently. And then for the step 13, you have to access the session manager. For that, go to the My VPC web instance, then navigate to the connect to instance and click connect. Make sure the IAM rule is modified to the admin access first. After that, you just click the connect button. You have to type sudo yum install httpd -y, which is the command that you have to install in your web, my PC1 web, to install the httpd service. After successfully, start the httpd by type the sudo systemctl start httpd, and then the service will be running. To for sure, type the sudo systemctl status httpd to overview the status. And then for the next step, type sudo nano /var /www/html/index.html to edit the information for the output. This output will be present at the last of this service or record. So for the next step, verify the connection to my VPC net instance. For sure, you have to add a sudo nano key.pom and then use a command ssh -i key.pom ec2 user, and then attach it a private IP for net, and then the screen will be shown like this. And then we have to change the permission, which is by enter the sudo chmod 400 key.pom and then ssh again to the private IP for the net instance. And then if the page appear like this, this is assign define you that have successfully access your my VPC1 net instance. And then to verify the connection of your IP my VPC1 net instance, use a command curl if config.me. If the command result like this, which is this is a public IP for my VPC net instance. This appear like this. This verify you that have successfully have a connection to the internet. And then, so this is my finally output for the Pbt task that successfully browser the DNS Hariz.site by using cname. So this is my information that I have config or set up in this my VPC web instance. So I think that's all for me. Thank you for watching.